Most feared kid in prison. Ever wondered who the most feared kid in a prison is? Well, today we're exploring the world behind those tough bars to expose the story of the most feared kid in prison. It's a story of survival, unforeseen twists, and a reputation that will scare even the toughest prisoners. This is a place where every step you take is shadowed by the echoes of clanging bars and the whispers of hardened criminals. Imagine being the one person who stands out in a world where strength is everything. Today, we're about to meet the kid who managed to become the stuff of prison legends. How did they do it? What was their secret? Welcome to the mysteries of the 10 most feared kids in prison. On number 10, Bever brothers and their dark aspirations. Suppose a quiet suburban community turned upside down on July 22, 2015, in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. That day, 18-year-old Robert and 16-year-old Michael went on to commit a crime so horrific that it claimed the lives of 5 family members. Their brutal act happened within the walls of the Bever family home, where they used knives and other weapons to carry out the unthinkable tragedy. The victims included their parents, David and April Bever, along with 3 younger siblings, Daniel, 12, Christopher Amir, 7, and the youngest Victoria, 5. The surviving siblings, Autumn, 2, and Crystal, 13, were saved only because young Daniel had the courage to call 911. What makes the Bever brothers the most feared in prison isn't the brutality of their crime, it's the darkness that investigators discovered within their minds. The brothers held a morbid fascination with mass shootings, aiming to surpass even the infamous Columbine High School massacre. Disturbing journals revealed their fixation on violence and a lack of remorse for the humanity of their victims. Number 9. India's youngest serial killer, Amarjit Sada. Meet Amarjit Sada, India's youngest serial killer, with a story that will give you sleepless nights. Born in 1998 in the small village of Musari, Bahia, his story begins as a disturbing anomaly that confuses and terrifies. Amarjit's journey into disgrace started shockingly early at just 8 years old. His first act of unspeakable violence took the life of his 6-month-old cousin, which was forgiven as an unfortunate accident. But this dark path didn't stop there. Over the next 2 years, he claimed the lives of 2 more innocent victims, both younger than him. The quiet village was shaken and questions echoed. How could a child commit such monstrous crimes? The truth emerged when Amarjit's family discovered the lifeless bodies of his 2 cousins, aged 3 and 8 months, hidden in a nearby field. When questioned, Amarjit confessed to his crimes with a dreadful calmness. Too young to face trial under India's legal system, he was sent for rehabilitation and psychiatric evaluation. Number 8. Lionel Tate, a tragic wrestling. Lionel Tate's story turned tragic during a wrestling match that went terribly wrong in 1999. At just 12 years old, he accidentally caused the death of 6-year-old Tiffany Eunuch while imitating moves he saw on TV. The trial became a national sensation, questioning the boundary between child's play and criminal actions. Convicted of first-degree murder in 2001, Lionel Tate became the youngest American sentenced to life in prison. However, after 3 years, his sentence was overturned and he was released with probation. Despite dreams of becoming a professional wrestler, his life took a different path. The Lionel Tate case highlights the legal system's struggle with youth intent and accountability. While justice must be served, it also raises questions about understanding the complexity of children involved in a criminal case. Number 7. Roxana Sikorsky, a troubled kid. Roxana Sikorsky, once a seemingly ordinary 15-year-old, became involved in a plot that shocked an entire suburban neighborhood in 2014. Influenced by a troubled relationship with 22-year-old Michael Rivera, they plotted a terrifying plan to harm Roxana's family. Thankfully, authorities intervened before their plan could succeed. Facing the consequences in court, Roxana's mother pleaded for mercy, blaming Michael for the inhumane crime plotted by her daughter. Roxana, expressing remorse, apologized to her adoptive parents. The outcome was a 10 to 20-year prison sentence for Roxana. It was warning about the dangers of toxic relationships and the severe impact they can have on young minds. While Roxana faces the harsh reality of her actions, it equally affected the society around her. Number 6. Jasmine Richardson. In 2006, an event occurred in Medicine Hat, Canada, when 12-year-old Jasmine Richardson and her 23-year-old boyfriend, Jeremy Steinke, committed an extremely horrible crime, murdering Jasmine's family. Influenced by Steinke's troubled background and a keen interest with the goth lifestyle, Jasmine transformed from a jolly and lovely little girl into someone totally unrecognizable. Both of them planned to kill Jasmine's family, and this intention emerged from her parents prohibiting their relationship, causing bitterness. Steinke, who claimed to be a 300-year-old werewolf, and Jasmine exchanged emails detailing each and every step of the plan. They were caught by a neighbor. The police found Jasmine's family murdered. Both of them were convicted, with Jasmine receiving 6 years in jail and Steinke a life sentence. After rehabilitation, Jasmine was released in 2016, highlighting the terrible influence of unsupervised internet usage and ignorance. Number 5. Roxana Sikorsky, the Chained Kid. In a peaceful suburban area during the fall of 2014, the apparent everyday life of 15-year-old Roxana Sikorsky did something extremely alarming when she accidentally met with 22-year-old Michael Rivera, leading to her plotting to murder her siblings and adoptive parents. It was only the lucky intervention of the authorities which helped in saving the situation. Roxana faced a lengthy prison sentence. It highlights the dangers associated with toxic relationships emerging primarily from broken family bonds. Number 4. Graham Young. In prison, the teacup poisoner Graham Young was like a mysterious person that scared everyone. Imagine being locked up with a guy who turned tea into something deadly. Young, known as the World Poisoner, had this weird knowledge of poisons. Even the bravest inmates were suspicious of him. In jail, he made friends with Ian Brady, a notorious criminal, and they bonded over strange stuff like playing chess and sharing an infatuation with Nazi Germany. Young was so famous that they even made a wax figure of him in Madame Tussauds Chamber of Horrors. But this creepy story doesn't end there. Some people wonder if he was poisoned by others in prison or if he decided to end it himself, showing he still had that control even behind bars. Number 3. James Fairweather. In prison, James Fairweather is like the scary story everyone talks about. When he was just 15, he did something really awful. He stabbed 2 people to death. Imagine a kid doing something so terrible. People in jail were actually scared of him. Fairweather says he heard voices telling him to hurt others. First, he attacked James Atfield, who was just lying down after having a drink. Fairweather stabbed him over 100 times. It's so scary that even the news couldn't describe it properly. Later, he killed Nahid Almanay, stabbing her and even putting the knife in her eyes. Now, other prisoners are afraid of him, thinking about what he might do next. Fairweather's criminal actions make him the one everyone fears behind bars. Number 2. Mary Bell. Mary Bell's case surfaced in the 1960s, sending shockwaves through the land of England due to its horrific nature. She was born in a troubled environment, mainly because she had a neglected childhood and abuse. She was only 10 when she started off by committing horrifying murders of 2 young boys. The trial raised debates about the culpability of young offenders, leading to Mary's detention at Her Majesty's pleasure. The story continues to provoke discussions about the capacity of children to commit such criminal acts. Number 1. Joshua Phillips. The case of Joshua Phillips in Jacksonville, Florida in 1998 is a saga full of terror and deception. At 14, Phillips fatally struck his 8-year-old neighbor, Maddie Clifton, with a baseball bat in a fit of rage. What followed this was an impulsive decision to hide Maddie's body under his waterbed for 7 days, all while pretending to assist in the search efforts. Philip's trial, where he was tried as an adult, kindled debates about the juvenile justice system, leaving many to struggle with the possibility of a child committing such a crime. If you found this video intriguing, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more content, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay curious, stay safe, and until next time, keep questioning the mysteries that surround us.